I welcome you all to our today's training. My name is Dr. Rima Shebe. I'm your mentor who is taking you into our today's training. So today we are going to look at support and resistance. What is this animal called support and resistance? So this is what we are going to discuss. We need to know what is support and we need to know what is resistance. Okay? So this is what we are going to discuss today. We need to discover what is support and we need to discover what is resistance, especially where forex trading is concerned. Especially where forex trading is concerned. Okay? So let us begin. Let us begin. Now, before we go any further, I want you to understand that forex trading, it is all about buying and selling. Forex trading, it is all about buying and selling. No wonder it is called a business. Now, the only difference between the normal market, where you go to the market, you buy what you want to buy. Is it Salaula? You want to buy a phone. The only difference with these other markets and forex is that this one, you do it online. You can do it wherever you are seated on at the comfort of your home. Okay? So, but in the actual sense, forex is all about buying and selling. And the good part with forex is that you can still buy and sell at the same time. Okay? We'll discuss more about that. Now, when you are buying and selling, automatically, if you are into business, as a buyer, you want to buy to go and sell, automatically you need to buy at the order price. You need to buy at the order price. So buyers, they always buy at the order price, whereas the price is cheaper. When the price is cheaper, then they will sell at the high price. If you want to buy an iPhone 15, an iPhone 10, an iPhone 14 rather, you can't go and buy it at expensive price unless you are just buying it for use. But if you are buying it for resale, you need to go and buy it at cheap price, at order price. You need to go and buy it at order price. So this is the same principle that is applied in forex trading. Now, support and resistance is very important. Why is it very important? Because it is what connects, it is the focus for both buyers and sellers. If you are buying, your focus is on the support and resistance if you are buying and selling. Now, we'll talk more about that. Which area do the buyers focus on and which areas do the sellers focus on? Okay? So let us now go into the lesson. Now, before we can even go into details, it is very important that we get to understand what is support and what is the resistance. We need to understand what is this animal called support and what is this animal called the resistance. Now, support and resistance, we need to understand is that it is one of the most widely used concepts in trading. Everyone will be talking about support and resistance. Everyone will be talking about support and resistance. Now, a lot of people, they have their own way or they have their own idea on how to measure support and resistance, okay? Now, today I will help you to understand how you can measure, how you can set your support and resistance in a proper way. So, we'll begin by defining what is support and what is support before we look at what is the resistance. So, for those of you who might be wondering, what is support? 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 So Support is an area on the chart where price drops to but struggles to break below. Okay, I'll explain more about that. So support, it is where the price, for example, if the price was coming like that, then it reaches on the point or on an area, it fails to break through, then it makes a turn or it makes a bounce. That area where the price made a bounce, this area, it is called the support. Okay, it has struggled to go through, but it has bounced. So that area, it is called support. So support, it is an area where once the price reaches on that particular point, it bounces back. Okay, that is the support. Okay, it fails to drop to, but it struggles to break below. Okay, that is support. I'll explain more on that. In theory, support is a price at which demand or buying power is strong enough, which makes the price from decline further. So support, it is an area where there is a demand power, demand or buying power. For example, if we are in rain season, automatically those who are selling raincoat, the raincoat, it will be on demand. So meaning rain season, it is what we call as the support, which buying power is strong because everyone who wants to buy a raincoat, because whether you like it or not, you want to buy. So there will be that demand power. Okay? So that is in theory. I've just given an example of during rain season, everyone wants to buy a raincoat. So even an umbrella, if you are not driving, although you are driving, you want to step out to go somewhere, automatically you want to have an umbrella or raincoat. So in that particular point, in that particular period, a raincoat, an umbrella, it will be on demand. Now, when it comes to trading, support, it is where it is a point or an area where there is a demand. It is a level where the price attracts demand from those people who want to buy. Now, what is making people what is making for people to have that attraction of demand? It is because when the price, I'm now explaining the reason. It is because when the price it is getting closer and closer to the support, the price becomes cheaper in the process. Hence, buyers sees a better deal and they are more likely to buy. So when the price is approaching support, it becomes cheaper. And all the buyers, they want to buy when the price is cheaper. They want to buy at the other price when it is cheaper. Hence, a lot of buyers will be coming. Because of that, it attracts demand. And because of that, the price will increase. Those are strikes if you are trading boom. Bah! It is because a lot of buyers, they have come to buy at cheap price. Hence, because there is too much demand, the price goes up. That is how people make profit. Now, if this example of support is making sense, can I see some 555 in the chat box? If what I've explained over the support, it is making sense, can I have some 55 in the chat box, 55 in the chat box, 55 in the chat box? If the example that I've explained on support is making sense, if the example of support is making sense, can I have some 55 in the chat box, 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 55 in the chat box? Can I have some 55 in the chat box, 55 in the chat box, 55 in the chat box? If the example that I've explained, Is making sense? Can I have some 5 in the chat box? 5 in the chat box. 5 in the chat box. Wonderful. I can see people. I can see people following. Okay. So now let us continue. Now let us continue. I'll share the live chat so that we see. So like we have said, support. It is very important when it comes to trading. It is very important when it comes to trading. Okay? It is very, very, very important. So it is very important. So now, the opposite happens. When the price is approaching support, buyers, they will see a better deal. They will be coming in power to come and buy. Now, the opposite happens. The sellers, they will become less likely to sell. Reason why? Because when the price is approaching support, they are getting a worse deal because the price become cheaper. Hence, they will not make profit. So the sellers, they will begin to withdraw. They will begin to withdraw. Hence, the demand buyers, they will overcome the suppliers who are sellers. And what will they do? The price will keep dropping below the support. When the price is dropping from the support. So what will happen is that with the sellers, they will begin to withdraw. They will begin to withdraw because they will not be seeing a better deal. Okay? They will not be seeing a better deal. Now, what is resistance? What is resistance? When we are done with resistance, I'll go to the actual price. What is resistance? Resistance, it is an area on the chart or on the price chart that price has risen. Listen, it has gone up. Now, from there, after going up, but it fails to break two, but struggles to break above. So resistance is a price risen up. Then it reaches on an area, it fails to break, then it comes down. Okay? It makes a reversal. So that area where the price has failed to break through, when it is rising, then it makes a reversal. That point, it is called the resistance. So resistance, it is where supply is. It is where supply is. Support, it is where demand is. Resistance, supply. Now, what happens is that when the price, in theory, when the price is at the resistance level, what will happen is that that is where the selling power is. That is where the supply is. Okay, so it becomes so strong. When the price is approaching resistance, it becomes stronger and stronger and expensive and more expensive. Hence, buyers, they'll begin to withdraw because they will not be seeing the better deal to buy at a cheap price. So buyers, they'll be withdrawing. Sellers, they'll be selling at high price. So they'll be seeing a greater deal of selling. So on resistance, it becomes so expensive. Okay, so sellers, they'll begin to sell and make more profit. Okay, so that is all about that is the secret behind support and what? Resistance. So now let us go further. Let me share now the real chart so that we can see what we are talking about. Okay, so that you can see what we are talking about. So that you can see what we are talking about. We'll come back to here. We'll come back to here. Are you able to see? Are we able to see? Are we able to see the screen? The screen which I'm sharing? If you're able to see the screen which I'm sharing, can you just type yes, yes, yes there? Okay, now, this is, we are looking at, this is V25, okay? This is V25 that we are looking at, okay? Now, when we look at this V25, let me just try to, we are looking at it in 24 hours, which is D1 time frame. Now, when we look at it is, if we are tracing our support level, this is where our support level is. So our support level, here it is, okay? This is our horizontal line. This is our horizontal line. So our support level, it is here. Our horizontal line, okay, here it is. So now, when you look at this area, I want you to pay attention. When you look at this, we are looking at this is V7, this is V25. We are looking at it in D1, which is in one day, in 24 hours, 1 day time frame. So now, when the price was coming from this level, okay, we'll just do like that. Then we'll move it here. When the price was coming from, okay, let me just a minute. Just a minute. When the price was coming, the moment it had to reach at this particular point, there was let me try to remove it like that, okay? So this is when you look at it, this was an uptrend. So let us say there was a breakout which happened here. There was a breakout which happened from this particular level, breakout. Now, when the price started coming, it had to reach on this particular point. So it had to bounce. It came back on this same point, it had to bounce. So this area where it is bouncing, going up, this area is called the support, okay? So now when we move, so from support, it has been going up like that. So this is support level. Then there's also another point where it has been bouncing. So we can put like that. This is our area of support. This is our area of support like that. So from here up to here, we have been seeing that the market has been bouncing. It has been bouncing. So from here up to here, this is called our support area. Okay, it is our support area. So buyers, they have been waiting for the price to reach at this particular point. So what happens is, let me look for a pointer. So what happens that the buyers, these are the green, the sellers, these are in red candles, green buyers. So buyers, they have been waiting for the price to reach on support. Once it reaches, they enter. It reaches on this area of support, they enter again. Again, it comes back on the support area, here they enter. They enter, okay, like that. So this area, it is called the support, okay. The last part is called support level, okay, or zone to zone. Now, this other part, it is called the I call it incomplete support, okay, incomplete support. So this is how support looks like, okay, on the real chart, okay. So this is our support level. So even in the future, buyers, they will still want to buy on this particular area. Now, when it comes to resistance, our resistance, it is here, okay, on this point here. This is our resistance level. on this time frame here, like that. Then there's also incomplete resistance, we'll put it here, like that, okay? So when the price was coming, these sellers, when the price was coming, these sellers, they are waiting for the price to reach on this point of resistance. Immediately they entered the sale, okay? So they were still in a sale until it reaches on this particular point. Again, they were waiting for it to repeat, to come here again, they entered. These are the same people, okay? So this is our resistance. Let us try to look at the smaller time. We look at it in 1 hour. We look at it in 1 hour, okay? We look at it in 1 hour. So in 1 hour, our resistance here, this is where our resistance is. In 1 hour, our resistance is here. This is where our resistance is. So I'm not talking about the candlestick patterns, the chart patterns. No, our focus today is just on support, okay, and the resistance. So this is our resistance. So now where is our support? By the way, this is 1 hour, okay? So this is our support. So now we can say our support, once the price was coming, it had to reach on this point, then it started going up. The moment it had to reach here, it started coming back. Now, what you need to bear in mind is that when the price reaches on support, like we were saying, is when the price reaches on support, it attracts buyers, okay? Because it becomes cheaper. So when it was coming from this, when the price was coming from this point like that, it was becoming cheaper and cheaper when it was approaching support. So no wonder you are able to see buyers who have started to enter into the market. The moment it had to reach on support, a lot of buyers had to enter. These are the same buyers who are pushing the market, because in V25 on 1 hour time frame, the price, it is on the support level, and when the price is on the support level, it comes. There is a huge buy which happens, because this is where buy power is. This is where demand is. So once it begins to buy, when the price is on the support level, it will buy like crazy. So if you want to make good profit, just master where the support level is. If you want to sell good, master where the resistance level is. So here it will begin to sell like crazy, because the price is on the resistance. Now, if you want to see that the price is on the resistance level, the moment the price starts to reach here, buyers, they failed to break through. It started to come down. Again, they tried to break again. There was a rejection. There was 1 rejection, 2 rejection, again, 3rd rejection. So just know that this area, it is too strong. So here, sellers, they will start to sell like crazy. So for those who are looking at V75, I mean V25, just know that V75 in 1 hour time frame, you have good opportunity to sell as far as here, okay? As far it will sell as from here on the resistance level, it will sell as far as here, okay? This is what we call, I also call this kind of entry as the gap. It wants to cover a gap. This gap from here, Okay, just a minute. There's a tool which I'm looking for. So that you see Okay, anyway, let us use the same. So it is trying to cover from this gap, this space that you are seeing here. So it will begin to sell until it reaches here. Again, I also call this part as the oversold. It is trying to control the overbought because it has been buying from this area. When you see from this area up to this point here, it has been buying. This was a bullish. This was a bullish. So now the market is trying to control the overbought. Okay. When you are using indicator, this is what we call relative strength. Once the moment it reaches here, the market will say, you people, let us be fair. You have been selling enough. You have been selling from 9,000 from 1,949 up to 2,000 up to 2,092. You have sold too much. You have been buying too much. Let us give room for the sellers also. So it will start selling. So if you want to make huge profit, if you are trading, I've given you a setup here. V25, there's a good sell on 1 hour. This is a holding. It might make a little bit of buy, but it will continue until it reaches at this particular point. Okay? So good advantage. So this is how support and resistance looks like in a real chart. Okay? This is how support and resistance looks like in a real chart. I hope it is making sense. I hope it is making sense. Now we continue. What you need to understand is that when you are dealing with support, the important, let us take a look at the bases first. So when the price moves up and it pulls back, the highest point reaches before it pulls back is the resistance. Okay? It is resistance. Depending on the time frame that you are looking at it, I've already explained only that. Okay? So resistance level, it indicates where there will be more power of what? There will be sellers power. Where sellers, they will be buying. I mean, they will be selling. Okay? When the price is on that level, there will be a good sale, a very good sale. It can even take 30 minutes, 1 hour, depending in which time frame you are looking at. You are looking at it. So you need to master. So if you are looking for good entry point, always master. Look for the resistance level. If you want to you are looking for a good sale, resistance level. You are looking for a good buy, support level. Okay. When the price continues up again, the lowest point reaches before it starts back. It is now support. It is coming down. When the price is coming down like that, then it reaches on the point, then it fails to break through, it bounces like that. That area, it is called the support. I've already explained that. That the support level, it indicates that is where buyer or demand is. Okay. Now, here it is what you need to do. In the most basic way, I help you how to do it. How do you support and resistance as you want to trade it? Number one, you must trade the bounce. You need to trade the bounce. What does it mean? The first point is that if the price it is approaching support, you wait until it reaches on the support. Once it bounces like that, then you enter buy. That is what it means, trade the bounce. You wait for it to reach on support, then it bounces back, or it makes a reversal, then that is when you enter buy. That is the first way of trading the support. You trade the bounce. Buy when the price falls towards the support. Another way is when the price it is reaching near a support. Before it can reach on support, enter buy. So that the moment it reaches on support, bounce, you recover that entry that you made. Okay? Why are you entering before the support? The issue is that when the price it is approaching support, Because of the demand power, it makes a reversal even before it can reach on the support. Now, for you not to miss that reversal, which happens, no wonder you need to enter in advance before it reaches on the actual support. Okay? On the actual support. On the actual support. On the actual support. Now, here it is what we are talking about. Thirty minutes. If I were you right now, I can even enter because this is live trading. If I were you, I could have been making profit. Now, this is what we are talking about. Now, let us look at it in 5 minutes. We look at the bounce that we are talking about. In 5 minutes, immediately I'm down, I'll give room for questions. Immediately I'm done, I'll give room for questions. Now, 5 minutes, this is what we are talking about. This is 5 minutes. So, okay, let me use, I know a lot of us, we are used with boom and crash. So let us go to, my favorite is boom 1000. That is my favorite. Let me go on boom 1000. Boom 1000, we are crossing in few minutes. Let me just explain a little bit about that. Okay, so now, this is the 5 minute time frame. This is 5 minute time frame. And boom 1000, it has been an uptrend. An uptrend. Okay, so now, the first point is that if the price is approaching support, what we are saying is that you trade the bounce easy. You wait for the bounce to happen, like here, there was a bounce, then you enter. So if you waited for this bounce to happen, this one candle, then you enter buy. You could have gotten this second candle, again this candle, it keeps going. So this is the bounce. The other way is that you enter before it reaches on this point, on the point of support, so that once it bounces, you are already in the market. Now let me try to reduce the screen. This is M5. Now let us look at our support. We look at our support, horizontal line. So this is where our support is, okay? So this is where our support is. So the first point that we looked at is you wait for a bounce. You wait for a bounce. When the price was coming, this is in 5 minutes. When the price was coming, the moment that to reach on the support, there was a bounce. There was a first bounce, this strike, you could have entered. Then those strikes which are coming like that, you could have been in crazy profit. Okay. The second thing is that when the price is approaching the support, you could have entered few minutes before it reaches on support, so that once it strikes, you're already in profit. You recover those losses. Have you seen? So this is the first part of trading the bounce. Okay, so this is where we end for today. We'll continue so that you get to understand about how to trade these how to use support and resistance. You can also trade the break. We'll also look at that. We'll also look at that. Okay, we'll also look at that. So I'll allow some questions. I'll allow some questions for those who have questions. I'll give you now an opportunity. We'll continue on the issue of support and the resistance. We'll continue on the issue of support and resistance. This is Rima Sheve, your mentor, your coach. So I've recorded. I'll share. You go through it on your spare time.